All right, so let's look at these picture problems here, right? Um, in these things, if I ask you for what L is in this case, I'm just asking for this dimension right here. Okay. If I say what is lambda, then we want to know what a whole wave is, right? Okay. And then the general way to do these things is you just set up a number sentence here, right? In general, right, the length of the pipe is we divide it into so many quarter wavelengths, right? Now you can do half wavelengths. For example, that's a half a wavelength. But you can always divide it into quarter wavelengths, right? So in this case, the length of the pipe is 45 centimeters. So I say 45, and then I got to count the quarters here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 45 is 5 quarter wavelengths. So of course the wavelength is a bit less than the pipe, right? Okay, so here we go. 45 times 4 divided by 5 is what you do. 36. Ta-da. And so what we're saying is that this length, that's of course 2 footballs is a wavelength, right? Okay, so this length is 36 centimeters. And of course that makes sense because, why does that make sense? Because if we divide the pipe, this 45 into 5 equal parts, each part is 9. That's 9, 9, 9, 9. It's 36, 9 more would be 45. All right, let's take a look at this guy here. So this is, we're gonna do the same thing, right? So 2.67 meters is our length, and that is how many quarters? 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. Yeah, that's 2 footballs, right? If we just cut that off, put it down there, we get 2 footballs, right? Okay, so that's 4 quarter lambda, and without doing any math, I assure you that the wavelength is the same length as a pipe. There you go. Ta-da. Okay, so now these are different, okay? I'm telling you that this wave is 1.2 meters long. How long is this pipe? Or how long is this string in this case, maybe? Right, so we want to find L. We're doing the same thing, right? So L is what we don't know. We don't know this length. That's L. Okay. So L is how many quarters? 1, 2 quarters, right? Times the lambda, which is 1.2, right? So in this case, the wave is actually twice as long as the pipe, right? This is one of the 2 footballs that makes a wavelength, right? So the wave itself is twice as long as the pipe, and so the pipe is only half as long as the wave, right? And that's what we're trying to find. So 1.2 times 2 divided by 4, in case we wanted to check that out, right? The length of this pipe is only half the length of the wavelength. There we go. And then the final one here, we want to know what this length is here. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that thing. Okay. The length is how many quarters? That's just 1 quarter, right? 1 quarter times the wavelength, which is 3.43. All right, so let's do that. The length then is 4 times 3.43. 13.72. What am I doing? No. 1.4. I multiplied it by 4. Okay, this is incorrect. Okay, 3.43 divided by 4. There we go. 0.8575. God, my mind is just wandering here. Okay, so in this case, the wave is much longer. It's 4 times longer than this pipe. All right, good enough.